Hey everybody, it's Nerdicane again, and this is a terrible cover. This is not a terrible comic book, but I was just thinking before I hit the start button on this. Oh my god, this cover is so bad. Whose idea was this? Who pulled the trigger on this? This is terrible. Uh, I don't know. I'm at a loss for words at just how bad this cover is. When you look at the other covers, kind of the retro toy ones, I don't really pick those up. I don't like them. That's actually a pretty cool cover right there. I really wish I could have found that, but oh my goodness! Now that I stop and take a look at this, ooh, that is just painful. This draws nobody to the comic. This is not enticing. You would, if you saw this up on a shelf, you would just be like, this is just the clutter until you find a comic book with a cover that's interesting, sort of like this Ethan Van Sciver. Although DNC pointed out that this sort of layout and just really busy, a high level of busyness is sort of like the trademark of DC right now, and they're overdoing it a little bit with this. But compared to this, compare this, and this doesn't pop. This is just awful. This says, hey, go buy one of these books. But we're doing Robotech. This is number 6. I still like number 6. I still like Robotech. It's taken such a new course in its storytelling. It's sort of going along the same as the anime and as previous stories. But I just read an article recently about Brian Wood and how he's changing it. And they kind of, when they came onto this project, they said, okay, we need to respect the past, but we do want to forge our own story out of this and make it our own. But I really like that. I really like that approach. I was kind of waffling on this a few issues ago, but I'm still going with it, and I still like it. Picks up with the Zentradi, sort of the rogue general, setting a trap for the SDF-1. Lisa, this is the captain of this ship, and she decided to go off on her own on a field trip to go find her ex-boyfriend, who is now a robo-ghost or something, who doesn't speak and just kind of points her in the direction of things. They've set a trap with these battle pods, and I don't like this because this is not... Sure, it shows a lot of battle pods, but this isn't how mechanized tactics work. You don't just stand together and shoot at the enemy. You would put some here, put some here, put some here. You would create a crossfire, and then you would create bottlenecks, and then situations that are not advantageous to the enemy. And also this, like just flying at a whole bunch of them. This, I mean, yeah, it shows a big battle, but this is a little lazy in the layout. You could have done a couple more panels to show that it's a sprawling battle over miles, and then there are crossfire zones in the air, but then, this isn't really a story about this. This is the action backdrop that keeps you hooked in this plot line. Still, it's a little lazy, and once again, these guys are supposed to be like the line in the sand, and they're all standing together. Yeah, a little lazy on that part, but I mean I've said before, aircraft are hard to draw, vehicles are hard to draw, and yeah, it's still proving very difficult. This one here almost looks like it's bending. The fuselage down the center is almost bending there. But I'm not going to nitpick too much about this. I love the mech design of these, and it's so good that they've actually used these things again, like these, I forget what, Destroids, have been reused for Battletech and a few other tabletop games. And they're beautiful design, they're great design. More famously, the Veritech fighter was reused in the Transformers line as Skyfire, Jetfire. He's called a couple different things, but it's basically the same toy. I had it when I was a kid. It was an amazing toy. It was basically a Super Valkyrie with all the weapons and the boosters on it, and he was pretty badass. So they're caught in the gravity mine, and breaking free would just rip the ship apart. And they're trying to reach Lisa, who is still on her field trip with her ghost boyfriend. and can't be reached. Yeah, once again, really bad battle shot. I mean, if this were actual battle, all these guys would be kind of like fanned out and facing the enemy. They wouldn't all be pointed right here. A little bit of drama. You see, she's still here. They can't reach her. They can fly to Mars, but they can't reach her on her comm unit inside of a building. And it comes some Minmei, they're calling for pilots, and once again, Rick, not in the military, not trained, didn't go through basic training. He's like, oh, they need help. I'm gonna go hop in some military hardware and go out and fight. Even though every time I've done it, I've fallen completely on my face, figuratively and literally in some cases. It's kind of I don't know what this is, like a poster of the cosplay models that they used for a cover a while back. It's pretty good. It's kind of neat to see. Completely unnecessary, kind of a waste of a page. But so finally we get to Lisa, and Lisa's decided, she's just decided, I'm going to blow this base up to kind of break us out of this gravity well. Some more fighting going on, blah, blah, blah. Just want to skip that so I don't get a copyright strike. And I guess she finds a diary. This is different than the original anime. Rick comes and kind of saves the day. He does good for once in his life. Grabs Lisa, who's not happy to have her life saved and return to the ship. And then she detonates the city to break free of the gravity well. The panel of this, the best panel of this whole comic is right here. I can't remember his name. I want to say Chiron. You guys correct me if I'm wrong. God, look at this, the aftermath and just the rage. You see his mech in flames behind him and just destroyed. Probably his whole squadron was destroyed too, in the blast. But God, this is a great panel. This is whoever drew this did an excellent job with it. I hope I see more like this and less stuff like that, which is, once again, it just looks weird. And it cuts that. Cuts at the end. Captain Gloval is dead, which is a big deviation from the original anime. If I remember correctly, he survived the whole thing as captain. And in this one, they track down, if you remember the last one, they track down this it's like a vending machine droid that just runs around and takes video of its surroundings, sort of like vending/security. And they find Captain Gloval in the wreckage, in the aftermath of the previous attack. And this is a huge plot twist. This is something very different. It shows that he didn't die, he was murdered. And if you look closely, there's detail on this. These sleeves are the same as his. So there's either an imposter on the ship or there is a traitor. And that's a pretty cool new little wrinkle to this whole thing, which it's got me even more hooked. Once again, Lisa's kind of following her thing, and Roy's following his story, his little mystery. And yeah, this is going good. This is going really well. I highly recommend picking this up. Maybe there's a trade paperback if you haven't been able to find these issues 1 through 6. I'm still following. I still love Robotech. Robotech really should get a little more. It's good that it's getting updated, that it's getting kind of a new spin on it for today. I'd like to see it flourish a little bit more, and Robotech really should be a little more into the mainstream. And this game, like Robotech, would make great video games. I think the last time we had a Robotech video game was the PS2, and it was pretty good. If I remember correctly, it's called Battle Song, something like that. It was a pretty darn good game. And then the Game Boy Advance game was sort of just like a scrolling shooter, which also was very good. But yeah, it's battles like this, mech battles like this, are just dying for somebody to start making video games like this again. If you remember the games like Front Mission and oh god, there was another one on the PS1. But I'd like to see some games like that kind of make a comeback with customizable mechs and things like that. But it's very untapped resources in the game market. If you haven't bought this already, you are not tapping into a pretty good story as well. I recommend it. Go get it. Go buy it. If you go buy it, if you start picking this up and reading it, use the retweet and use the hashtag Move the Needle. I haven't got one yet. I'd be really stoked if I got one, even with my tiny little channel and my tiny amount of followers and subscribers. That would probably make my month. That would probably really get me excited. But thanks for watching. Thanks for your time. This is a good comic. This is still a good comic. It's actually getting better now that it's something new. Go check it out. Thanks for watching. Hit a like, hit a subscribe, retweet this. Have a good day. Go buy good comics.